right, we're good. Forgot to unmute my mic. All righty. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Yeah, hi.
Off.
So
Usually
excited.
I am too. Usually I have that playing a little bit longer to gather some more people on, but I started having technical difficulties like literally as soon as I hopped on StreamYard. I had to log off and then like get back on. So hopefully,
no.
I know it's like my luck, right? So I have the hotspot on. Hopefully we're good. So
yeah. Well, my roofer did not show up today, but there are guys working in the backyard. So hopefully you can't hear the bobcat going.
Of course.
So,
And
yep.
yeah, and then my kids are here today. I wasn't going to reschedule. I was like, no, we're doing this today, but they're occupied. But if there's interruptions, just a heads up. Hi,
Yep.
Amber. How are you doing? I know. I'm happy it's almost Halloween too. I can't wait. Do you like my little witch hat? Isn't it cute?
Oh, there we go. I see comments now.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
Amber.
Awesome. All right. Let me get to, okay, there's the comment section. All right. And then also the comments should pop up here on the screen too, a new little feature that we're trying out today. All right. So hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here today. We're going to be doing some spirit-led mediumship. And when we do spirit-led mediumship, this means that we aren't necessarily going to be connecting with anyone specifically in the audience. We're going to bring a spirit through and then identify who that is in the audience. And then we'll just share the information as it comes. Hi, Lisa. And
yep, that's my mom. Hi, Mom. And Dad and sister.
Mom.
The whole family.
Woo! That's fun. So for those of you, Jess, did you share this on your page or is it?
I did.
Okay.
I don't know about the live though. I'm new to this
Okay.
tech stuff, so I don't know.
That's okay. I guess we'll see if you're
Yeah.
we can ask. If you're on Jess's page, go ahead and comment and let us know, and then we'll see if we can see the comments. But if you are watching this on Jess's page or you're new to my page, my name's Isabelle. I'm a psychic medium and also a spiritual teacher and a podcaster. I'm the host of the Rebel Mystic podcast, which you can find on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple. And I've been doing this work for about 4 to 5 years now. And then I met Jess this year actually through a mediumship circle. So that's how we kind of kick things off. And we thought that it would be an awesome idea to collaborate today and do a cool collab with a Halloween special of spirit-led mediumship. So there was something else I wanted to say and it just slipped my mind. But Jess, I'll let you go ahead and introduce yourself because you can probably do that a lot better than I can.
Oh God, that's always the awkward part for me. I'm like, I'm Jess. I've been working on developing for a little over a year now in development circle. And yeah, that's where I met Isabelle, and she's awesome. So I'm very excited to be here and kind of do this together. I've been kind of aware of spirit throughout my life. I had, kind of the random psychic and mediumship and the dreams and all that. And I didn't realize that you could actually develop. You could work on developing until maybe almost 3 years ago. So I did a lot of the healing work. A lot of mediums have to do a lot of internal healing work. It helps, raise you up and open up more, be a more clear channel. So that kind of led me on that healing journey first. And then I started developing my mediumship. And so it's just been an exciting little journey.
Yeah, thanks for sharing, Jess. That was awesome. Let me see some of the comments. Okay, your mom is watching from my page. Okay. Amber, you say that you're multitasking here. Oh, that's okay. I'm happy you're here though. It's been a long time. Oh, you said we froze. Are we still frozen?
Uh-oh.
Or is it? Of course, right? Mercury retrograde at its best.
Uh-huh. Never fails. Does it
Let
say
me
how
know.
many people are on?
4 people are on right
Okay.
now. Let me go ahead and check my Facebook page real quick to see if it's frozen. It looks like we're good.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna
That
keep going.
retrograde.
I know. So I hope it's not everybody that's frozen. It shows on my page, so I think we're good. Not frozen for me. Okay. Awesome.
Good.
Awesome. Alrighty.
Perfect.
So before we begin the spirit-led mediumship, we are going to take a moment to center ourselves, and not just me and Jess. I mean, you guys watching too, because I think that it's really important, not just for us to be centered, but for you guys to also be centered as well. It really helps with the connection, because you have to remember, like, it's a three-way connection. It's us, the medium, it's spirit, and it's you guys. So it all works together. So we're going to take a moment. We're going to take a deep breath in and out. And then if you're comfortable, you can close your eyes. If not, just go ahead and stare at like a fixed space in the room, kind of soften your vision. And I want you to invite in a loved one who you would like to hear from today. It can be one, it can be multiple. Just set that intention, go ahead and connect with them, ask them to step forward. All right. Okay, so maybe you feel their presence already. It might be subtle. That's how these things work. Usually all the information that we get, all the feelings we get come on very subtly, and then we interpret that, right? So the one thing that I want to let you guys know is when we are connecting with your loved ones, if we're bringing someone through, it might not be the exact person that you were expecting to come through, but always know it's not because they didn't want to connect with you, but the other person that comes through may have a message that you need to hear, and then we'll share that with you. So we're going to go ahead, me and Jess, we're going to go ahead, we're going to tune in, and then we will start sharing information. Jess, would you like me to go
Sure.
first? Do you want to
You
take the
lead
lead?
us in.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to tune in here. I'm going to shut my eyes just to tune out any distractions in front of me. Just give me a moment here. And what I'm doing right now is I'm expanding my energy out. This helps with that connection. And now I'm just setting that intention to bring someone a spirit in to share information, someone who one of the audience members will be familiar with. So what I am visualizing right now, and I'm just going to start sharing what I'm seeing. It almost looked like these two individuals came through a door. They're silhouetted, so I can't see any features. This kind of makes me feel like it gives me this feeling of them being very private. I'm getting chills all over my body. But they are definitely older. I feel like they're together, so they could be coming in as a pair, as husband and wife. So I feel that this is very much so giving me like that grandparent energy. And let me see what other information that they'll share. Can you share your personality with me? What are you like? So they made me feel that like the reason why they're showing up together is because they were almost inseparable when they were here, in their earthbound lives here. And there's a lot of love in between them. And the way that they're showing me, it's like they're almost like, holding like, with one arm like over the other and stuff like that, like total lovebirds. And they're really emphasizing that aspect of them. But I also feel like with their own children and with their grandchildren that they also had that love that they had. It almost feels like they were overfilling with love that they wanted to give to their family. And they're showing me that, the family aspect was a very big deal to them. They really love to have, let me see the comments. Okay. They really like to have that togetherness. So it makes me feel like not just holidays of being a big deal, but they would almost find like any reason to like come see the family, come see their kids, come see their grandkids. And they almost remind me of like the people that they always bring something with them. They always bring some type of like little like gift or something to like give. Um
This almost sounds like my grandparents, but I'm gonna wait and see if anybody else comments or if
yeah.
my mom wants to jump in and answer.
But yeah, that's what it's feeling. It's feeling like they're always kind of together coming in as one. When it comes to passing, I feel like the passing wasn't too, oh, where'd the balloons come from? Whoa, did you see that? I don't know what I did. Um, but what they're making me feel, hold on, I need to go back to what I was just feeling because the balloons threw me off. Anyway, um, so let me take a step back. I was talking about the gifts. Yeah. Okay. When it came to their passing, they make me feel that they passed kind of close together in a way. Um, I'm not feeling like it was possibly like months in between, maybe like a year or two in between.
Amber said definitely not for her.
Okay.
It could possibly be my grandparents. They would come in very strongly together for sure. They had a very strong connection. Yeah, my mom's chiming in. It definitely sounds like her mom and dad.
Okay. Except for the inseparable part. Okay. All right. Let's see what other information comes through. Thank you for sharing that, Lisa. And Jess for also clarifying that too.
Yeah.
Would you understand the reference to the South, like possibly like growing up like in a Southern like state or something? Um,
Yes, they were both from South America.
okay, all right.
So that's pretty South.
Yeah, it's very South. The epitome of South.
Yeah.
Uh, all right, cool. Okay, yeah, because it's like they're definitely giving me that feeling. I can feel a lot of warmth there. That's what they're kind of pointing it to.
Yeah.
But
And they were married 40 years, my mom put in there.
married 40 years. Oh. Would you understand them passing like not too far apart? There's the balloons again. Why does that keep happening? What am I doing? So would you understand them like passing you said okay, well you said yes they
No,
were married for
it was quite a many years in between.
it was many years in between.
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder why I got that then.
I think it would have been around 12 years in between.
Okay. Okay. And this is really random though, but they're showing me an onion. They actually showed me a couple food items and stuff like that. And um again, like that's why I saw cornbread. That's another thing that made me think of South too, like Southern. But so I'm not sure if that was maybe something that was like, after they would be over here like in North America, of something that they were introduced to was like Southern cooking as well.
It would not be cornbread. It would be polenta. My grandpa would make
Polenta.
polenta. Yeah. It's like a
Okay.
corn type thing, but yeah. So
Okay,
spot
all
on.
right. I don't think I ever had that. That's probably why they're like cornbread. See what
Yeah,
that is.
it's corn.
I love that. But I don't know. They're making me. They're kind of giving me the feeling that like food was just definitely like a staple. Like I feel I'm not. Were they big on cooking? Like big like family meals and stuff like that. Like that's what it's kind of like getting me to think about.
Yeah, my grandpa loved to cook. My grandma loved to eat. So,
Yeah, I love that.
uh-huh.
Let me see what else is coming through. I'm starting to doodle on my notebook and stuff. Sometimes I do that to try to get my thinking brain out of the way and see what other things come through. And then sometimes, if you remember the last time you were on here on my live, Jess, I wrote the number like 38, and that was like really significant. And I was like,
Yes,
it's
that was
crazy. And I had
awesome.
no idea. So yeah, I always do that. I'll look down and then I see in my like little scribbles that there's something significant in there. But let me see. Let's see if they have some messages here. What messages do you want to bring? They're showing me a ring right now too. So I'm not sure if this is something that was like handed down. Like I feel like this would have been like after they pass it, someone still has it, like a wedding ring. But it's nothing like too fancy and stuff. It's very simple. I just see like a small diamond on it. Um, your mom wants to know what the 38 was about.
Oh, that was from a different day, Mom. That was from a different reading, not for tonight's. Yes, we can take rings. There was a lot of jewelry passed down.
There's a lot of jewelry.
Yeah.
Okay, let me put some of the other comments up there just so we have the validation. It's awesome. They're bringing my attention back to love again. Where do you want to go with that? What is that? So what's coming through right now is more like love one another, be kind to one another. So this makes me feel like there may have been like a little bit of tension somewhere, that they may have seen on the other side. And like the biggest thing I feel like they're kind of bringing through is forgiveness and stuff. Um, would you understand that?
That would definitely make sense with, yeah, there was
Okay.
definitely some disharmony after her passing, after my
Okay.
grandma's passing.
Gotcha. Hi, Michael.
Hey,
And he
Michael.
said, I gave Crystal Big Mommy's wedding ring. I've been thinking about it lately, and I asked her where it's at. I don't think she's gotten it back from Bay. Okay. Oh,
Hey, Uncle
hi,
Chucko.
Chuck. I love how your family's on here. They're so supportive. That's awesome.
Yes.
Yes, they're definitely bringing up the ring. They're definitely bringing up the sense of loving one another, forgiveness, within the family and stuff. And it's just like they really just don't want to see disharmony. And I feel like they're giving me chills again. They're making me feel like, even like in our human lives, when we see things like, just kind of as face value, like in spirit, they can see so much more and they know what they're bringing up now is like love is the key. Like love is the key to a lot of things, and they're really bringing that up to. I can't. What's the word? The word just. They're basically like banging that into my head right now, though. But that's a big one. Oh, I hear my son at the door. I knew this was gonna happen. Okay,
It's
well,
all right.
I'm gonna wrap that one up. That was the message there that they were trying to bring through. Jess, if you would like to go ahead and take the lead
Yeah.
here.
Thank
Yeah,
you. That was sweet.
you're welcome.
I wasn't expecting a reading.
I know it's crazy.
All right. So I'm just going to take a moment and I'm going to open my energy back up and we'll see who comes through. All right. So I feel like I have a mother figure here. I see her to be possibly in her early 70s. At the time of her passing, she's presenting with full on white hair, and I do feel like she kept it shorter. I feel like it's kind of shorter and rounded shaped, is what she's showing me. And I feel like she was a very tender, gentle soul. She just feels so just soothing and kind. She's making me aware that she wore a lot of shorts. She loved wearing shorts. Like this was kind of a staple for her. Is anybody making sense of any of that? Can you take any of that? Okay, I'll keep going. I really feel like this woman enjoyed traveling. I don't think she did it a whole lot in her lifetime, but traveling was big for her. She felt a lot of peace and calm when she would travel. Not for you, Amber. Okay. Okay, Uncle Choco. I don't know if I ever met your mom, so let me keep going. I just keep feeling this real tenderness she had. She's really impressing this upon me. It's almost like you could do no wrong in her eyes. She's just, you meant so much to her and you were really everything. She definitely makes me feel like you had that unconditional, just pure support with her. Would that make sense to you, Uncle Chucko? She's also bringing my awareness to her love of being outside and planting things. She makes me feel like she really enjoyed gardening. All right. No, you never did, but I pray that she would come to us. Aw, awesome, beautiful. So would you understand that she really loved to garden? So I feel like this was very relaxing for her. And yes, okay. Okay, I'm almost, she was your best friend, yep. I'm almost getting teary-eyed because of the emotions that she's impressing upon me right now. She absolutely wants you to know that she was with you on your wedding day. I do feel like she's telling me that you were talking to her that day. You were talking and just really wanting her to be there. And she absolutely was. And I'm really getting chills and emotional with that. She's showing me a little candle being lit. So would you understand lighting a candle for her? Oh, she loved to garden. Good. I think comments are kind of delayed, but let me know if you had lit a candle for her. So I'm feeling that pretty strongly. There's definitely things that I feel being done in remembrance of her. Oh, you felt her presence. Yes. That's beautiful. She just showed me the glimpse of being outside real quick, but I saw a bird fly by real fast. So I'm going to sit with this real quick. This is a bigger bird. I feel like this would have been a heron. Do you remember seeing a heron on your wedding day? Oh, you have a candle lit right now. That's awesome. Yeah, she's showing me that there was a big bird that had flown by. So I feel like that would be significant also. I do feel like it would have been a heron, but I could be off on that. I do feel a male energy stepping forward also with her. I do feel like this would be your dad. And I'm not sure, but I do feel like he would have passed before her. Would that be correct? So you do remember seeing a big bird fly by? Yeah. And then you would understand that your dad had passed quite a bit before her. He's sort of standing almost beside her, but also behind her. He's like got his hand on her shoulder. It's like, it almost makes me feel like he kind of let her take the lead in situations sometimes. Like he just really, she was kind of the strong one, but the strong softness. Okay, he passed 6 years before, yep. Yeah, I really feel like she led the family with her strength, but her strength is so soft and tender. It just really is an absolutely beautiful feeling and a beautiful soul that she is. They're bringing up, I think you went on a honeymoon already, but I feel like they're bringing up that you're already planning your next trip. So they're kind of just letting you know that they're around and they're listening, and just that kind of reminder that they're there and they love you. So I'm going to leave their love with you. Thank you so much, Uncle Chucko, for letting me read for you. I love you.
That was awesome. I love that.
Thank you. He's actually one of my parents' oldest friends, and he actually named me. So not blood
Oh.
related, but love related. And I have never met his parents. So
That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, I have to say I am so grateful today to be doing a collaboration because my son like literally just had a temper tantrum and I had to go help him with that.
it
I
worked out.
didn't prepare that. Yes, it worked out. I was like, oh, that's perfect. Hi, Catherine. How are you doing today? Nice to see you here. Guys, go ahead and do us a favor. Tap that like button. Give us some hearts here. We'd really appreciate that. All right, let me, since
Yeah.
I was distracted, let me go ahead and tune back in. All righty. Hmm. So I have someone stepping in here. It's a female. She feels distant. She feels younger too. Um, hmm. But the reason I feel like she feels different, there's like sometimes I feel like when they're kind of distant, it's like they want to come forward, they want to say something, but it's like they're almost hesitant. Um, for whatever reason, maybe they left things a little bit on a sour note. So I feel like there's this like level of like of an apology here that they're coming through with. Um, so I feel like this individual had freckles too. They're making that seem like that was significant for this person, like that was a trait that actually stood out. Um, and they're kind of reminding me, I'm getting really drawn to the 80s for this person. So I feel like in their life, I don't think that they passed in there, but that was like a really big time in their life was like it during that time period in the 80s. It's just the clothing that they're wearing necessarily. They kind of have like this like just kind of like grungy kind of like t-shirt. I feel like that was like significant in a way of like just the way that they dress. I feel like the way that they dress hasn't really they didn't really change over the years. And it's just kind of like the grungy like t-shirt type thing and like kind of a crop top and jeans. So kind of basic, but like that's kind of like it seems like the everyday wear for them, or oversized t-shirts too being significant as well. They're really making it stand out of like the way that they dress, the way that they looked. But they overall they make me feel like, they're kind of giving me this sense of like, things were rough, but I still had a good life and there was regrets, but I feel like over on the other side, they're acknowledging that now. I feel like they said that they were doing what they had to do, is what they're bringing to mind. Would anybody relate to that? Younger female coming in with an apology. They feel kind of distant. Freckles, 80s being significant time period for them. I feel like this would have been like a time where they were like kind of thriving. In a way. Well, I don't even know if thriving's the right word, but that was just definitely a significant time period. Um, and the way that they dress, they're giving me like kind of like oversized t-shirts. They're giving me like this kind of like grungy, like crop top with jeans and stuff, like being away. They were very skinny too. Um,
No
hmm,
comments yet.
okay. All right. That's fine. Let's see if they can give me more about the personality. They're showing me a car too, and now I don't think that the car is related to their passing in any sort of way, but I feel like they were always on the go. I feel like they were traveling a lot. Um, where are they going? It doesn't make me feel like they're going far though. So this just makes me feel like it's a very busy person.
Nothing yet. Hopefully, it's not for the people in my backyard using a chainsaw right now. I don't know if you could hear that.
And that's okay if there's nobody that's like relating to it right now. This could be someone who's going to be watching the replay that's going to relate to it, because I always think that spirit does bring through messages for people in that
Absolutely.
manner too. So I'll just go ahead and I'll keep sharing what's coming through. If anybody in the audience is able to take any of this, let me know. And if you're watching the replay, definitely let me know in the comments too. But I'll keep sharing some more information. They're also giving me, I'm getting chills. They're making me feel very weak. This would be related to passing. But it's weird because they're not really giving me like the relation here. It feels sisterly in a way, but it's definitely a younger energy. I don't feel like this person lived a very long life. Like they definitely were not in their like 60s or 70s when they passed. A J name may be significant as well. That's kind of like just another doodle that I draw down here. It looks like a J, so that's making me feel like a J name might be significant here. Let me go back to the weakness. Why are you making me feel that weakness? So they're kind of giving me the sensation on my spine too. It's like tingling. This was something related to the nervous system. And I know that can be so many things though, so I'm not going to just take a wild guess at it, but they make me feel like the nervous system was significant here. And then just overall getting weak. So this is something prolonged. This isn't something that was just like a sudden, like this isn't a car accident. This isn't like a
Like, I'm almost wondering, honestly. I know that when people are towards the end of their life, we can kind of communicate with their spirit even though we're still living. And I'm almost wondering if that's what's happening.
It could be.
I've never done it, but
I know that that happens, so I know that that can be that's definitely a truth. Let me see if they can give me more specifics. Just in case this is someone watching the replay, I definitely want them to know for sure that this is their loved one coming through. Again, this doesn't necessarily feel like this is like it. To me, it doesn't feel like a mom energy. It feels like a sisterly energy, though. But I mean, that's what I'm receiving. They're also bringing the significance to a hospital as well. I feel like they would have passed at the hospital. They did not pass at home.
okay.
And they're bringing me to the car, so I feel like there was consistent like back and forth to the hospital. I feel like this has something to do with whatever was happening with their nervous system. They are going back and forth to the hospital. Let's see if they have any messages here. And again, if you are watching the replay, go ahead and let me know if this is one of your loved ones that is coming through. What messages do you have? So I got really big chills when I keep getting, it's like a wave of chills that keep coming through. So what they're saying, they were like, I want you to know that I love you. And I know that seems like a very, like, it's a simple thing that it seems like everybody says, but they make it seem like they want them to know that they love them because they weren't there as much as they should have been. And oh my gosh, chills. I feel like this person was really struggling, but they give me the sense that, like, well, of course, like, when we go on to, the other side, we're not necessarily in the struggle anymore, but they can look down at their like choices in life and they just want to really, they're coming in with that apology, but they're saying that they just want you to know that they did love you, even though they were not there or as big as a part as they should have been. they make me feel like they missed out on a lot, and they say that there's some regret there. But I feel like on the other side that they are with you so much more in every little aspect, and they give me the sense of pride in seeing how much you grew as a person. Um, they're also giving me they're going between 11 and 12, so there's a significance between with 11 and 12. I'm not sure if that's an age, but it's the significant numbers. Possibly an anniversary, like, 11th year going on the 12th anniversary of something significant. So I just want to leave that there. Let me know if you're watching the replay. I know nobody in here is really resonating with that right now, but if you're watching the replay and you know that that's your person, let me know in the comments. All right. Jess, back to you.
That was beautiful. You got some really great evidence, and I know the message will get to who it needs to go to, because spirit
Absolutely.
is so intelligent. They know
Yes.
things even way before we do. They always orchestrate just things. So I'm sure it'll get to who it needs to go to.
Yeah. Hi, Marie.
Say hi to my sister, Crystal. She hopped on my mom's Facebook, and hi to Marie.
Oh. I saw that and I was confused. I was like, wait a minute. I thought that was your mom. I was like, what are we? It's like, are we both being Lisa?
Everybody's just on there.
I love that.
All right. I might do one more and then hop off because a little distracted with the guys in back, but let me open my energy back up and we'll see who comes through. All right. So I'm just expanding my aura, feeling into my own energy real quick. And I'm going to ask Spirit to bring through a strong communicator for the people watching our live right now. Okay, I feel a male energy stepping forward, and he does not feel very old to me. He feels like he could be possibly, possibly real late 40s to even mid 50s. He's showing me that he did have darker hair and he would have facial hair. I'm definitely seeing a mustache would be significant, but I also feel scruff. Like he feels scruffy to me. Not super unkempt, but he would definitely have some scruff. I do feel like he would have more of a casual style to him. I feel like he would have just blue jeans and like button up shirts. And I feel like his personality would be much more on the quiet side also. He was not a big boisterous person. He really seemed to keep to himself more. He's showing me a boat. It's not a big, huge boat. I'm seeing it to be just one of those fiberglass boats that you go out on. I do believe that he enjoyed fishing. That would also be significant with him. Can anybody take any of that? We got male, real late 40s. Oh, Michael could be your brother. Okay. All right, let me keep going with this. Would the age match for him, Michael? So I feel like late 40s to like maybe mid 50s. Uh, 42. Okay. I could take that. But would he, hold on a second. Would you understand him feeling older than that at passing? And then he's also drawing my attention. He could be this kind of quiet, reserved guy, but I also feel like he could be sort of like a wise ass. If you would understand that, like he has kind of this possibly, okay, kind of this almost dry personality, like this dry jokester personality is what he's making me feel. I feel like there would be a lot of joking around with this person. I don't know if it's actually pranking each other, but you guys are like really joking around together. I'm getting the word comrade, like just this camaraderie. I see him pulling out a pocket watch, so I feel like a pocket watch would be significant. Sounds like my other brother coming through. They show up together. Okay. Yeah, I could be getting both of them blending. He was a wise ass. Yeah. He was laughing and saying like specifically wise ass, like jokester. So let me take a step back and see if I can separate them. Okay, I feel like one brother would have been the quiet one and the other one would have been the more loud, boisterous one. Like there's a leader of the pack and then there's the one who would just kind of go around and like go with what is going on is the feeling I'm getting. And I know you have said before, yeah, okay, I get that with them. They're so funny. And I know you've brought up cars with them before, but like specifically, they're showing me riding in a car together. And I feel like this is now. Like they are just still kind of causing some mischief and just having fun together on the other side is what they're showing me. They're just having a lot of fun. It's very sweet. I am both mechanics. Okay. I asked them like what kind of message they have. And I don't know what it's about, but they're saying that you should buy your wife some flowers specifically. And I almost feel like now they're bringing it out. They're like, for putting up with you. They're like, you need to buy your wife some flowers. So do that. Listen to your brothers. And one of them is showing me specifically a wrench. So let me sit with this real quick. Interesting. I'm going to sit with this a little bit longer because like the initial feeling I got was like wrench in the plans. I feel like this is just having to do with, you know, the timing of what you want to do by, you know, quitting your daytime job. And the frustration that you definitely have with that. But it's like everything is going to be fine. Everything's going to happen when it's supposed to happen. Just keep going with the flow. And don't get so frustrated with it. So I am just going to leave them with you. Thanks for letting me work with you.
I love that. Awesome. All right. So everybody who is tuning in, we are doing spirit-led mediumship. So we're not necessarily connecting with someone specifically in the audience, but we'll bring through a spirit and see if that, I have zero patience. And we'll see who resonates. If you are tuning in and you were tuning in while Jess was reading, we did have a spirit that came through earlier that was unclaimed. It was a female. I was getting autoimmune disorder or something. Like there was something with the autoimmune hospital, something about the 80s being very significant about this individual. I wish I wrote it down because I'm like drawing a blank of like everything else that came through right now. But she did come through with an apology and saying about how she wasn't there as much in life, but on the spirit side, she's with you very much so. So Angel says electrical stuff is on the
Yes.
fritz today. It is. Yes, you're not wrong. We
that
froze
retrograde.
earlier. Yeah, I was having issues logging on here today. It was crazy. But all right, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna tune in. I will do one more mediumship reading, and then at the end, I'll do a collective card reading for y'all. I'd already pulled out some cards here for you. So we'll jump into that right after. So let me go ahead, unless Jess, if you wanted to do another reading, I'm not going to cut you off. I'm not going to take you out of the fun.
I'm good. I'm a little distracted with the guys in the backyard, so.
I totally get it. Okay, so, all right, let me go ahead, tune back in here. Let's see who can come through. So I'm getting a male, and this guy, he also feels a little bit on the, I almost want to say like middle age. I don't feel like he's too young, but I don't feel like he's like too old. He's like just right there. Um, I'm not gonna say 30s because I don't feel that old. So, but I don't feel that young either, so I guess that works, right? Um, but let's see. He has like really dark hair that he's coming in with. I feel like this was like a feature of his, but he gives me the sense like not it almost comes off in like a conceited way, like I know I look good. Um, so he's giving me like that type of energy. And I feel, did he have kids? What's this? He's giving me a 3. Um, I feel like this is interconnected. So I feel like this might be siblings, like his siblings. Hey Mel, nice to see you. It's been forever. Hi Heather. So he's giving me the number 3, and I feel like this is related to siblings. So like brothers and sisters that he would have had, if that makes sense. Um, let's see what else he can get. Let's share a little bit more about your personality. Who are you?
Hi,
He
Heather.
gives
Hi, Mel.
he
Sorry.
gives me this like feeling of almost like comedic. So when he like talked about that, like, oh, I look good and stuff like that, it almost comes off as like, a funny guy. Um, oh,
Yeah, Angel
frozen.
said, hopefully it's not for everybody.
Yeah,
Ah,
I hope it's not. I hope we're not frozen everywhere. Okay, let's see what else comes through. So the number 3 was significant. I feel like this person would have had siblings, um, including themselves. I don't think that it's like 3 like others. I don't think there was 4, but I think it was like, him, the brother, and then there's 2 others here. And when it comes to kids, did you have kids? I don't feel like they had kids. I don't think that this individual had children. But they were close knit with the family that they had. I feel like this individual, when it comes to the siblings, I want to lean on, is this older? All right, so now they're separating the 3. There's 2. He makes me feel like he was the oldest out of the 2, but then it makes me feel like there was maybe a sister here too. Is anybody resonating with that?
I can take bits and pieces, but definitely not all of it.
I if it's another one of your loved ones coming in, I swear
I
I
know,
might not see this
right?
happening. But all right, let me get some more information here and then we'll keep moving forward. They're also showing me a construction truck as well. Um, it specifically is like a dump truck is what they're showing me.
That would not be for me.
Okay.
Good. I don't want to hog the readings.
But they're making me feel like a dump truck here is significant somehow. Doesn't necessarily mean that this person was like a dump truck driver or in construction, but that's just somehow like related to them in a way. Um, They also make me feel like it doesn't necessarily feel like a marriage, but it feels like this person was engaged, and it feels like this person was engaged for a very long time. But never really like fully like went into the whole like marriage thing. But it almost makes me they feel like they didn't need a contract to say like I love you. It feels like it's the ring symbolized that love, but they didn't necessarily have to tie the knot. And I feel like this individual who their partner was okay with that. Um so that was agreed upon. Um what else? What else? And they're bringing my attention to their hands too, and their hands are like somewhat dirty. Angel, you're finally on. Okay.
Yay.
Let me go over some of the information with you to see if this is one of your loved ones. Okay. So we have a male here. They're showing me that they had siblings. I feel like it was like two brothers. He feels a little bit on the older side, and then there's a sister. Um, he made me feel like he did not have children. Makes me feel like he had a partner, but they weren't married. But there's a ring involved, so it makes me feel like they were engaged for a really long time. Um, and they also showed me a construction truck as well.
She
Um,
says yes.
yes. Oh, okay. We found
Ooh.
you.
Awesome.
Ah. I was thinking like I probably have another unclaimed spirit here. I'm like, what is going on? Um,
You were just frozen.
yeah. Whew. And maybe, maybe that's a sign. Maybe they were coming in really strong, and that's why technology like glitched on you for a little bit. But
Yep.
technology has just been weird today anyway. So, um, okay, let's see what else comes through. They were also showing me, before I saw your comment, they were showing me their hands. Their hands were like kind of dirty, so I feel like they worked with their hands a lot. Definitely awesome. They worked with their hands a lot. And it almost makes you feel like their hands were just really sore. Also, the other thing that he brought up is that he wasn't old, but he wasn't young either. It's like kind of like middle age, like the in between, but he didn't give me like a definite age. Also, he had like this kind of funny guy personality. He was like comedic. He was giving me the thing like, like kind of like the pulling at the jacket type thing. Like, I know I look good. I'm a handsome man. And he has really dark hair too that he showed me. Um, let's see what else comes through. So he's showing me a watch too. I'm not sure if he actually wore a watch. Let me know if he did. That's why this is coming through, but this could also be symbolic to something else that I'm thinking of. But he's showing me the watch. But I'm just going to start sharing what that means symbolically for me. Is it's like, don't take like any minute of your life for granted. And I feel like this could possibly be leading into something that, maybe he did. Maybe there was a lot of things that like, he wish he did in his life, but stood back from, like he just didn't take the leap, or he made excuses to not do that. There's also this aspect. No, sorry, not you. Oh, darn it. Darn it. Okay. Okay. All right. So there was also this aspect of let me take a step back here with the watch here. So they're telling me about time, not taking that for granted.
She said she's trying to think of who it could be.
Okay. All right. No problem. What part let me go back to what part wasn't making sense, because it was making sense earlier. You were saying definitely. What part was it that didn't make sense? Because let me go back to that. Because sometimes, and this is just the teacher part of me coming out.
Absolutely.
Sometimes when we give the information and stuff like that, we can have it one way in our head. It might not make sense to you, but maybe I just interpret it wrong. So I might have to go back and interpret it differently. So let me know in the comments, and then I'll start moving on a little bit more. Let me look at all my scribbles.
That's kind of nice you have that to look back
Yeah,
on.
I know. I always do that, even though I wish I should be writing down the things that I'm saying, because that would help me when I like refer back, but it's just a bunch of
Old scribble.
doodles. There's a lot of there's a J, there's a T on here. I got the 3, a weird looking 3, but it's a 3. That's what I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm. She said it could be her former brother-in-law, had darker, redder hair, almost brown.
Almost brown. Okay. All right.
Would the
That would,
personality make sense for you and all that? And the
yeah,
3?
yeah. Because I would understand that as being a brother-in-law and stuff coming through. It's just that
Yeah.
brotherly energy. I also have a little doodle on here that looks like a gardening can, like a watering can almost too. I should almost, you probably won't see it. You guys probably won't see it though, but it's like this little thing, like the little handle here, and then the bucket and the little,
Oh, yeah.
the hose.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is my artwork, guys. J is my son's initial and T could be mine. Okay. I always thought that your name was just Angel. I didn't know that it was had a T. Uh, okay. Let's see what other things that he can bring through right now, because I want to see if he can bring through like a memory or something that can kind of like pinpoint this to this individual.
She said she's been watering her plants.
You've been watering your plants? Good. Don't be like me. My grandma, funny
Oh
enough,
my
she
God.
gave me these air plants today, so I can't kill them.
I've resorted to buying fake plants now. It's bad.
Terry or Teresa. Okay. I did not know that. All right. Like I said, I thought your name was just Angel. The more you know. Okay. Let's see. Can you give me a memory? Share a memory. Sure. So the memory that they're bringing to my mind, and sometimes I get this a lot. So this is why I'm wondering if this is almost like a symbolic thing or not, but they're showing me the beach. For some reason, this feels more than just like family vacation. Like this feels like it was like a significant like staple for some reason. And I'm almost getting like, what is that? I almost want to say anniversary. So it's like, am I thinking like beach, like being a part of like a beach wedding or something like that? Or like there's something about the beach.
She says her Zen zone is the beach.
Your Zen zone is the beach. Would they have been with you on the beach at all? Or maybe they're just with you when you go and they're like, they see you doing that. Wish I could be on here with you gals. Yes, next time maybe we could have
Yeah,
3
Heather,
people on here. That'd be fun.
let's do it. Angel said her niece got married on the beach in Costa Rica.
Oh, okay, that's cool. And you know what's weird? it didn't click with me, but Costa Rica has been coming up for me like the past week, like everything. I got invited to this trip to Costa Rica. I declined that because I'm like, I'm not getting on a plane. Not with the government shutdown. That everything's going to be delayed.
Oh my God.
I know. But then yeah, it keeps coming up like Costa Rica, and then there's other girl I was talking to said that she just moved down to Costa Rica. It was crazy. So that keeps coming up too. But she got married on the beach of Costa Rica. Okay, cool.
Oh, she says, wow.
And another teaching moment here. I can't help myself. I gotta say it, but just in case there's other people that are like, into the developing like psychic and mediumship, going further with what you're receiving, because I was actually just going to stop at beach.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like anniversary, wedding, and all that. So just when you're receiving it, just say it, guys. Just say it. Okay, so this is funny. So it's like they're giving me the quote like when life gives you lemons, and they're showing me like an actual lemon. Where are you going with that? It's almost about like not taking things in your life like, so seriously all the time. They're giving me the sense of like being overly critical about things and like kind of like tearing yourself down. It's actually the cards that I pulled earlier and stuff kind of align with that a little bit too. But that's for the collective as well. But yeah, it's like the when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Like stop taking things like, like don't take it so hard. Even though it's like I know that things can be hard in the moment when you're experiencing it, right? But overall, not to get so torn up about these things.
I think that's a beautiful reminder for everybody. Oh, she said her
Your
mom
mom
used to
used to
say
say
that.
that to you.
Oh.
Oh.
That's amazing.
Is your mom on the other side too? Because maybe she's coming in right now too. Um, let's see what else.
Yes, her
So
mom
they
is crossed.
Okay, awesome. I mean, well, it's not awesome, but it's cool that that connection came through. Um, so yeah, they're bringing my attention now to which could be and husband and brother and both dogs. Dogs. I know there's actually a couple mediums that I know that do animal communication. So if you're interested, I can hook you up with that if you want to hear from your doggos. So what they were bringing my attention to was, and this could potentially be your son, but they're making me feel like when it comes to like the whole like life gives you lemons things and not being so over critical about things, it makes me feel like there's this like financial aspect to it, but they're also like bringing up like another like younger individual. That's why I'm saying that it's son. It feels like a male energy. Would that make sense to you? And just let me know in the comments, then I'll keep moving forward. I'm also trying to be mindful of how many times I say, I was watching my one, uh, you say
I
your son
yeah.
and granddaughter live with you. Okay. And your dad. That's a lot. That's a house full. I also have a house full of people too. So I can relate. But yeah, I feel like it feels like there's like this aspect. It's more than like the financial aspect, but it does feel like there's this like stress related thing. So it makes me feel like, taking that time to have that alone time and honor yourself, I feel is very important. And this is kind of leading into the message that I feel like the individuals that were coming in for you were saying. Um, and I feel that I hate when that happens. My ears started ringing really loud and I just lost my train of thought. So there's something else coming in here. So let me wait. You take care of them all. Yeah, that's a lot. I feel like they want you to give yourself grace here for sure. But having that time for yourself is so important. Like making sure that, you know, you treat yourself every now and then. And they're also like kind of bringing my sometimes they show me oracle cards. If you guys like have this deck, it's my favorite deck in the world, but the card that they're bringing up is the mental conflict card. And this is like really getting into your head and like internalizing all these things. And then it's also this is okay, they're bringing me everywhere. There's this book from Louise Hay called like You Can Heal Your Life. That might be something that they might want you to take a look at, because a lot of things that you kind of internalize and you keep like reliving like within your mind, and you just like really beat yourself down, that can like do things in the body and create disease. They call it dis-ease, but overall it can still like affect your health in ways. And we all know that, like, you know, high cortisol level stress can affect your health as well. But that's what they are bringing my attention to. So look into that book, because that was coming up to me. And this has like great, it's not like a health book. It has a lot of like affirmations and mantras and things that you can like, you know, pay attention to like help heal your life. Also, they're bringing my attention to like Joe Dispenza, because he talks about this too, specifically in a book, and I can't remember the name off the top of my head. But Angel, if that's resonating with you, I can find the book's name and I can message you that. There I go with the again, trying to be
I
mindful of that.
do
I
the
did that.
same thing.
I got annoyed with myself when I was editing one of my videos and I was like, I'm like, shut up.
Cut that
Like
scene.
cutting it all out. Love Dr. Joe. Yes, I love him too. But yeah, he has a lot of great information. Definitely have to active ground daily, have all the spiritual gifts, but empathy, it's the strongest. Yeah. Yes, that's right, Heather. Becoming Supernatural. That's the book. Yeah. He talks about that in there, and like how it's like the metaphysical way of like kind of like, you know, changing your life around and like, you know, releasing that disease. He had a really good case study in there that talked about that. I would definitely look into that book. It's a good book. If you get the audio book, it's like it's really long. It's like 9 hours. I still haven't finished
Oh
it.
my gosh.
But it's a good book. So all right. So that was the message, was to kind of be mindful and take that time and that self-care out for yourself. And not to be so hard on yourself and internalize things as well. But let's go ahead and jump into the collective reading. Before we wrap things up, I know that we couldn't get to everybody today, but we do have at least this collective reading. The cards that I pulled out was emotional withdrawal, we have trapped in fear, and we have solitude. So with going to the emotional withdrawal, this card can really be about you withdrawing from certain situations. This can be relationships, it can be love related, it can be jobs, it can be friendships, it can be many situations. But it's like this need, or you could possibly already be like, you know, distancing yourself from this situation, this person. And also I'm noticing, and this is interesting, we have two cards with 8. 8 is the number of power. This is making me think that you have more power in the situation than you're giving yourself credit for. Also, I noticed like the little emojis up there where it says like how many likes and reactions we have. That's the number 8 too. So I'm taking
Well,
note of that. So 3 8s, 888, that might be significant for you. But overall, I feel like you have more power in this than you're giving yourself credit. We have the trapped in fear, and this is mostly you getting trapped within your mind, thinking that you're stuck when you're really like, you know, you're not. But we're internalizing, like just like I was giving that message to Angel, we're internalizing our situations and not really breaking free from that, not seeing the full picture because we're stuck here in just like what we can see here right now. We don't see there's this saying, it's like, it's not actually the quote that this is what's coming to mind. It's not the quote that I was necessarily relating to this card, but it's kind of like the same idea. It's like taking the first step without seeing the full staircase. So this is like, we're seeing things at face value of how they're going on. We're getting stuck and internalizing that instead of seeing the bigger picture of like, this is temporary. We're going to get out of this. Okay. So not getting stuck in the temporary things, even though it can feel like forever, even though it can feel like, this is like, what the heck is going on? And you get really caught up in your head and your mind in that. It's about releasing that. And then we have the solitude card, which I really believe is kind of like the overall arc here. Again, it's taking that time out for yourself, that self-reflection, that healing, because I feel like once you take a step back and you're not putting yourself in the situation, you're not putting yourself in the problem, but you're looking at it from like an outside view. I feel like that's when you're going to start getting your clarity, and that clarity is going to start coming to you, and you're going to actually start seeing things of like, okay, well, I do have more control here. I can get myself out of the situation. I can take these steps. It might even give you some solutions to how to resolve some of these things within your life. So it's mostly like, we're not as stuck as we think we are. There's always a solution. There's always something that you can do. This is also bringing me to the ability of claircognizance, the ability of clearer knowing, the psychic ability. So I feel like once you actually take that step back, this information is just going to be like, boom, like right there in the brain. You're like, why didn't I think of that earlier? That's the type of energy that I feel like this is coming through with. So I hope that resonated with some of you.
That was
Uh-oh,
beautiful.
Angel. Thank you. I got a blank comment from you, Angel. What does that mean? Oh, thanks for coming through. I love and miss you all. Thanks, Isabelle and Jess. Yes, you're
Thanks for
welcome. You're
being here
welcome.
and supporting us, Angel.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Angel is like, she's like my biggest fan. I love her. I love her. Yes.
So sweet.
I'm happy that I brought through a reading for you today, because I feel like, well, I just started going live recently, but yeah, I'm happy that I connected with one of your loved ones. You're welcome, Heather.
Yeah. And that she unfroze.
You're welcome, Lisa. Yeah, I know. I'm happy that you unfroze. Thank you. Is it Thalia? Is that
Thalia?
She's Thalia.
Yeah, Thalia is my friend and ex-coworker.
Oh, I really like that name. That's a pretty name.
Yes.
Yeah. But alrighty, so we're probably gonna hop off here. We've been on here for about 90 minutes now. Oh man, me too. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm all sweaty now.
you.
Do you get that? Like after like reading, like it's I don't know, every time. That's why I'm wearing a sweatshirt, because I knew if I wasn't, you guys would see like sweat stains all over me. It's disgusting. I had a student that I mentored. She was on here earlier, Amber. And when I was like on Zoom with her, and I was like, we were going through the lesson, and she's like, girl, like you are sweaty. I'm like, I can't help it. I don't know why I'm sweaty.
Spirits flowing.
I got my special Halloween shirt on. It's my boo shirt.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It's my Halloween costume this year. It was supposed to be Corella DeVille, because if you see my hair down, I have to separate it a certain way, but I have one half of my head is basically all gray.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, but it's only like at a weird spot. Like it's like right over here somewhere. Then the rest of it's like my natural, like black, dark brown color. But I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be Corella. That'd be good. But then I got lazy with getting the costume, so I was like, maybe next year. Next year, I'll try it.
Yeah, my daughter's 13, so I'm like, it might be her last year going, but I'm like, do you want me to throw on a little mask? Because I'm so short. I'm only 5 foot. I'm like, they'll never know I'm not a child. I'll go trick or treating. Let me go.
Yeah, we could get away with it. That's why I really love having kids, because it still gives me a reason to go out and go trick-or-treating and stuff and still eat some
Yeah,
candy. I'm still a
right.
kid inside, right? I love it. It was always my favorite holiday, Halloween. So anyway, guys, happy Halloween to all of you. That's tomorrow. I hope you all have a good time. Be safe if you have little ones that you're going to be going out with. Over
Mhm.
here in Pennsylvania, it's going to be freezing, so, and
Yep.
windy. My daughter's going to be a witch, and she's probably not going to be able to wear her hat because it's going to go flying off.
Oh yeah.
So,
We're in
so yeah,
North
we might not
Dakota.
be out long.
We're supposed to get our first snow tonight, so
Oh, lucky you! I love the snow. That's why I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the snow. I cannot
uh,
wait. I hope we get a blizzard this year. I
no,
don't care. Like,
no.
I'm that type of person. I will be out in it
You
again. I don't
take
want to
it.
shovel it. I don't want to shovel it, but I'll play in it.
Right.
That's fine. Yes. Angel says, needed this today. Happy Halloween. Yes, you're adorable. Thank you. You're going to go back to see the replay. Okay, awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, I have the gift of gab. I feel like a lot of people know that by now. So I need to cut things off or I will talk to you all night. So I'm going to
Thanks,
go watch the scary
Isabel,
movies.
for having
Yes,
me,
you're
and thank you
welcome.
everybody for watching.
Absolutely. All right, everybody. Have a good night. All right. Bye-bye.
Take care.